Hello, I'm George from Wigan Training Limited. Are you aged 16, 17, or 18 and worried that you've got nothing to say in a job interview because you don't think you have enough work experience? In this video, I'll show you why you may have more experience than you realise, and at the end, you'll see a short animated example of how an everyday experience can become a stronger interview answer. Or perhaps you're a parent watching this and thinking, that sounds exactly like my son or daughter. Let me tell you a short true story. A young person I know noticed that somebody needed help with a regular outdoor job. Instead of waiting to be asked, they politely approached the person and offered to do it. They arrived when expected, completed the work properly, and gradually earned that person's trust. Later, circumstances temporarily prevented them from continuing with the job, but they didn't simply disappear or send a brief message. They came round and explained the situation in person and arranged for somebody else to complete the work. Before I tell you what I noticed, what qualities do you think that person demonstrated? That young person might attend an interview and say, I've never had a proper job, so I haven't got any work experience. But that isn't really true. They have already demonstrated 4 qualities that employers value. Initiative, because they noticed an opportunity and acted upon it. Reliability, because they arrived when expected and completed the work correctly. Communication, because they kept the person informed when circumstances changed. And responsibility, because they made arrangements to ensure that that person wasn't let down. If an interviewer asked, "Can you give me an example of when you showed responsibility?" that real experience could become a very strong answer. Work experience doesn't only come from having a formal job. Perhaps you've helped at school, taken part in a sports team, volunteered, cared for somebody, organised an activity, or completed regular jobs for another person. You might have helped a friend who was struggling, worked towards a qualification, or committed yourself to learning a particular skill. All of those experiences could provide evidence of qualities such as teamwork, patience, determination, communication, and responsibility. The important thing is recognizing what you have already done and learning how to explain it clearly without exaggerating or pretending to be somebody you're not. So here is a question for you. What have you done in your own life that demonstrates one of those qualities? If you're a parent watching, you might recognize strengths and examples that your son or daughter has overlooked. This could be a useful conversation to have together. In my next video, I'll show you how ChatGPT can help you identify genuine examples from your own life and practice turning them into clear answers for a job interview. Thank you for joining me. Take care of yourself, and I'll hopefully see you again soon. Please remember to stay to watch the animated version of answering one question in an interview.
Can you give me an example of when you showed initiative and responsibility?
I noticed that my neighbor's grass needed cutting, so I asked whether they needed someone to help maintain the garden. They said yes, so I began cutting the grass every 2 or 3 weeks. Unfortunately, I then injured myself. I didn't want to let them down, so I arranged for someone else to continue the work until I had recovered. I'm now fully recovered, and I'm back to cutting the lawn myself.